crashing down. All around this empty town, I'm searching for the lost and found. But you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air, like a blazing flare. Don't stare, cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares too. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know.
Music down. All right, what's up, everybody? We should be good, should be live. We got a small slate today. Small slate for Thursday. I think it's only 5 games today. So, smaller slate. Still want to try and go live for an hour today. If you guys can ask questions, we'll keep the chat moving. But it was fun yesterday going live, for the hour leading up until the tip-off. We got a lot of injury news yesterday. We're able to, find some plays that were good. Hopefully some of you guys got those in. Today, I think it's going to be a quiet injury news day. I think the only injury news that we're waiting on right now is Joel Embiid. Yusuf Nurkic was questionable, but he's out. We just got that news. So if you're in my Patreon, we took an over. We took Kyle Filipowski over 24 fantasy. One of the reasons that I liked that prop was because I was leaning into Nurkic not playing. He was originally ruled out, and then they made him questionable. But there was some pictures posted at shoot around today. Nurkic wasn't in the pictures, and they had Oscar Tshiebwe with a starting jersey on. So those signs were pointing to Nurkic not playing. So yeah, I think our Filipowski prop that we got in was good. We'll see if it hits, but yeah, it's gonna be a quiet injury news today. We're just really just waiting on Joel Embiid, and that's really it. But yeah, we got a 5-game NBA slate. We got Thursday night football as well. I'm kind of excited for this Thursday night football game, Cowboys Lions. I think that'll be a good one. If you have football questions, we might talk through some of the NFL slate too. But I want to say what's up to everybody in chat. Jareth, NC Representer, Victor, Texas Made Man. What's up? What's up, guys? If you guys have any questions for tonight's slate, we'll try and answer them over the next hour or so. And we'll be, I'll keep an eye on injury news and stuff, see if anything comes out. But really, it's just Joel Embiid's status that we're waiting on. He's game time decision. I would think Embiid's gonna play. He was originally listed out and then got upgraded to questionable. So anytime that happens, that usually means like that the guy's gonna play when they go from out to questionable. Which it's kind of stupid that the Sixers do that. Like they rule a guy out and then the next day, it's like, he's actually gonna play. He's not out. He's actually gonna play. Yeah, there's also news on the Warriors. I saw Omar said something about that. Jonathan Kuminga's game time decision, Al Horford's game time decision. I don't think that matters too much, at least from like a props perspective. I did throw out a prop on Kuminga over 22 fantasy in my Discord. I don't know if anyone got it because it got taken off the board pretty quick. But once Jimmy Butler got ruled out, I thought Kuminga 22 fantasy was pretty good. It got bumped up 5 points. So if you got that in, it was a really good value. But yeah, we're still waiting on that news. I don't think that's too impactful, though. Really, it's just Embiid status. And do they have props up for Andre Drummond? Okay, they do have Andre Drummond 8.5 rebounds. I'm assuming they'll be very quick to take that off the board. But if Joel Embiid gets ruled out, that's going to be a good bet, is Drummond over 8.5 rebounds. But yeah, they'll take that off the board almost immediately, if I had to guess. Kyle Filipowski, 26 fantasy, any good? I missed the 24. Since Nurkic is out, I think you could take it at 26.5. I would like to see him starting. And I don't know if he's going to start. They might start Oscar Tshiebwe. Oscar Tshiebwe had a starter's jersey on and shoot around. Maybe they start Filipowski. I don't know. At 26.5, I think it's okay to take it. I don't love it at 26.5, but Nurkic being out definitely helps Filipowski. He should be in line for more minutes. Filipowski's already been playing pretty decent minutes lately. And now they don't have Nurkic, and they don't have Kevin Love either, because Kevin Love's out. Like the last few games, Filipowski's played 29 minutes, 30 minutes. If he gets anywhere near that amount today, I feel pretty good about him going over that fantasy line. He's a good, point per minute guy. And it's a good matchup against Brooklyn, too. Got Isaac Tesla, receiving yards 29.5. I think he's good for it. Yeah, that's something to keep an eye on for the NFL game. We still don't have any word yet on if Amon-Ra St. Brown's playing. I'm assuming he's not. We'll probably actually get that news in like 30 minutes. Because I think inactives come out at like 6:45 for the NFL game. So, if Amon-Ra's officially out, Tesla is going to play a lot. Like I think last week, let me pull up the snaps from last week. But I want to say last week in the game after he got injured, Tesla was out there for a lot of snaps. Let's see. Yeah, Tesla, he played 92% of the snaps, after Amon-Ra got ruled out or got injured last week. So he's going to basically be like an every down receiver. It's a good matchup. It's a game that is expected to be high scoring. I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla has like a not necessarily a breakout game, but like a coming out game, I think. Maybe 40, 50 yards, maybe a touchdown. Like I could see that. Edwards needs 30 to break a franchise record. What do you think he's going over? He just put up a big game against the Pelicans last game. Man, there is a shit ton of people. I think Prizepicks put out a discount for Anthony Edwards. That's why there's so many people on him tonight. Anthony Edwards has been playing incredibly well, but I think there's a couple of things I'd be worried about here. For one, there's blowout risk in this game. I know last time these teams played, it wasn't a blowout, but the Pelicans are terrible. Minnesota should destroy this team. The spread right now is 12.5. So, like, there's blowout risk. There's a chance he doesn't play in the fourth quarter. Like, if you told me Anthony Edwards got 30 points tonight, I would be like, yeah, it makes sense. If you told me he had 20 and the game was a blowout, I would be like, yeah, it makes sense. So it's kind of tough there. If you want to take that, go ahead. But I'm a little hesitant on taking overs on Anthony Edwards tonight. I think there is some potential for some downside there. Who will they play if Embiid's out? I'm assuming if Embiid were to get ruled out, they would start Andre Drummond. He's been starting, almost all the games that Embiid has missed. They have Embiid in the starting lineup. Where you see that, Cameron? I don't know what you're looking at for starting lineups. I don't think it's been officially announced yet. Who do you have today, Lions or Cowboys money line? That's a tough one, honestly. I kind of like the Cowboys. Like, I'm assuming the Cowboys are like plus money. They're probably like plus 150 or something. I typically don't bet, like, now that prediction markets have become available, like in my state, I actually can kind of, legally sports bet. But I typically don't bet the primetime games. Like, I don't know. Yeah, on DraftKings, Cowboys are plus 145. Like, I kind of like the Cowboys, man. I think the Cowboys might actually be legit. But then, like, it feels like they always let you down. Like, you start to get, feel good about the Cowboys. They're playing well. You bet into them playing well, and they disappoint. But I do think, like, the Cowboys' offense is legit good. Dak's playing incredibly well. Their defenses look better. Peyton Pritchard for 28 points and assists. Yeah, that was a play that we gave out on YouTube. I think if you want to take that still, if it's still at that line, I like it. We talked about why I like the Peyton Pritchard over. Just without Jaylen Brown, I mean, he's going to have a huge role. And the matchup is about as good as it gets. Okay, so Jonathan Kuminga is available to play. Al Horford's available to play. So I think the only news we're waiting on right now is Joel Embiid, and that's pretty much it. So it's going to be probably a quiet NBA slate unless we get some bombs dropping in the next few minutes, which I doubt we will. Any good NFL picks? So I gave out 2 picks on YouTube last night. Both of them have bumped a full point. We took Jahmyr Gibbs over 21 fantasy. He's at 22 now. So if you got that at 21, feel good about it. If you get at 22, it's still okay. And then we took CeeDee Lamb over 9 targets. That line also went up a full target, so he's at 10 targets now. I definitely would not play that at 10 targets. Other NFL plays I like, I was actually looking at one. So it's kind of gross. Ross Dwelly, 12.5 receiving yards. If you look at the snaps last week, so last week Sam Laporta didn't play. Brock Wright also didn't play for the Lions. And without Sam Laporta and Brock Wright, they're using Ross Dwelly as their number 1 tight end. He played 75% of the snaps last week. He only got like 1 or 2 targets, I think. But man, you give me a tight end that's going to be out there for 75-80% of the snaps, probably going to run a route on most of Jared Goff's dropbacks. I think last week he ran a route on a good amount of drop. He was out there running routes. It wasn't like he was just blocking. I mean, it's gross, but like I could easily see Ross Dwelly having... Yeah, he got 3 targets last week. Only had 1 catch for 3 yards. He could easily have like 4 targets, 2 catches for 20 yards here. So like, I kind of like that for the NFL game tonight. It's gross. It's not a play you're going to feel good about, but the opportunity should be there for Ross Dwelly given how many snaps he played last week. And I think if we'll do a stream slip today, I think this is going to be a play that we put in the stream slip. It was one that I was already kind of liking when I was doing my video last night. I just decided not to pull the trigger, but I think I'm going to play it for the stream slip. And then maybe we'll try and find an NBA play. All the NBA plays I gave out today have bumped a lot, so I'm not going to share those on here. But we'll try and find another one over the next few minutes. Almost hit the last stream slip. We did almost hit the last stream slip. It went 3 for 4. We hit... What were the plays? We hit Ricochet over fantasy. We hit Ayo Dosunmu over fantasy. We hit Spencer Jones under fantasy. And then we lost Vucevic over fantasy. And I'm so tilted. Like, Vooch played 33 minutes yesterday. Had his worst game, Like, if you look at what Vooch has done this year with at least 32 minutes, he's had like 40, 50 fantasy points. And last night he played 32 minutes and had like 28 fantasy points. So frustrating. And a good matchup too. So yeah, we got unlucky last stream with our stream slip. Should have hit, honestly. Felt so good about that Vooch prop, especially after Jalen Smith and Zach Collins got ruled out. It's frustrating. Andre Drummond over 2 first quarter rebounds is tempting if Embiid is out. Is that available on Prizepicks? Do they have Drummond? I'm going to NFL. Where's NBA first quarter? Oh, it's not on Prizepicks. Yeah, if you see Andre Drummond, or if you see Joel Embiid ruled out, which I think we're probably gonna get news on Embiid in like 15 minutes, probably right at like 6:30. So if Embiid does sit, yeah, that would be a good bet. Drummond over 2 first quarter rebounds. Typically with the Sixers, they're always super late to put out injury news, like starting lineups and stuff. And typically when they wait this late, usually it means that the guy's going to play. So, like, if Embiid wasn't playing tonight, I think they already would have ruled him out. I don't think they'd be waiting this late to announce it. So I would assume Embiid's going to play. NBA app, but then again, it always could change closer to... Oh, you're talking about starting lineups? Yeah, I don't trust the NBA app. I mean, that's probably just like your projected starting lineups. You can get official injury news from Underdog NBA. So let me find the account right here. Follow this account on Twitter, @UnderdogNBA. They tweet out all injury news. Once a player becomes available, if a player gets ruled out, whenever a team puts out their starting lineup, they tweet it out. So that's the best account to follow for injury news, for sure. I got Pritchard and White over on fantasy, Reeves and Ayton over on fantasy as well. I typically try and avoid taking guys on the same team for fantasy, but I think in this scenario, Brian, without Jaylen Brown, without Luka, the usage in the offense could be very concentrated around the guys you have. So, like, I don't think that's terrible. But I do typically try and avoid taking guys on the same team, multiple guys over. You're basically hoping the game turns into, like, a really high-scoring game. It's competitive. Because, like, in a scenario where you have a blowout or something, I mean, you're going to be screwed. It's going to be very hard for, like, multiple guys on the same team to go over their projections if the game's a blowout. Unless they're the team that's doing the blowout, which in this case, I mean, the Celtics could win big tonight. Could put up a lot of points. Raptors versus Lakers, no Luka. I took Raptors. What do you think? If I had to put my money on that game, I would lean that the Raptors probably win. The Raptors have been good this year. They've been playing well. Praying my Cowboys win it tonight so we can be playoff bound, so we can shut the haters up. Like I said, man, I think the Cowboys, they've looked good. They've looked better as of late. It always feels like, though, every year we get to this point where it's like, oh, the Cowboys are back, and then they just let everybody down. But they look good. Dax played incredibly well. Playing incredibly well. Brother Noah, I told you about that Middleton PRA against the Bucks. Did he go over PRA? I think he did. He did play well. Yeah, look, guys, I give out a lot of takes on the live streams. Like, I'm answering questions. People are asking me, like, what do you think about this prop, this prop? I'm going to be wrong a lot. Like, when you're constantly answering questions and giving out hundreds of takes, you're going to be wrong a lot. Hopefully, I'm right more than I'm wrong, and these streams help you guys. But there's going to be times when somebody asks me, like, hey, do you like this prop? And I say, no, I don't like it, and then the prop hits. That's going to happen all the time. There's going to be times when it also goes the other way, and they say, do you like this prop? I say no, and it works out where, whatever the prop doesn't hit. So it's kind of, you just got to use the information that I give you and decide on your own, honestly. But that's all I'm here to do, is just help you guys, just inform you guys. LeBron going to have a big role? He should. I mean, he should. He's historically been really good without Luka. The only thing I worry about is, like, for some reason, I don't know why, LeBron just looks like uninterested in playing basketball. Like, there was that clip, I'm sure you guys saw that clip where he was, like, talking to the Suns players on the bench, and, like, JJ Redick was, like, yelling at him, and he, like, wasn't even paying any attention to JJ Redick, and Redick called a timeout. Like, honestly, like, I'm a huge LeBron fan, but, like, that was super disrespectful to your coach to, like, not even pay him any attention. But I mean, yeah, if you look at LeBron's games without Luka, like he's typically been pretty good. I actually want to look at that real quick. So when did Luka join the Lakers? Let's see. I think Luka joined the Lakers like mid-February. I think LeBron only played, he only played one game without Luka. Pretty sure. Yeah, there was a game against Portland last season, and LeBron had 40 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists in 36 minutes. I'm pretty sure that was without Luka. I mean, the offense is going to run through LeBron and Austin Reeves for sure. You like Gibbs 5.5 targets? If that's available to you, I do like that. I think Prizepicks has his line at 6, which I don't like it at 6 because then he has to get 7 for you to win that prop. But if you can get it at 5.5, I think that's okay. That's assuming Amon-Ra's out, which he should be. But yeah, I mean, Gibbs didn't have a lot of targets last week, but man, they're going to throw him the ball a ton in the passing game. And I want to say the Cowboys have been pretty bad against like pass-catching running backs. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, this season, Dallas giving up the 6th most targets, 6th most receptions, 3rd most receiving yards to running backs. So, like, pass-catching running backs have done really well against Dallas this year. I need a Goblin for Anthony Edwards discount. I wouldn't say there's really any Goblins I like. I typically don't play the Demons and the Goblins on Prizepicks because naturally they're just not going to be good plays. The one time when I think it's okay to play a Goblin is like in your scenario, if you have a discount or if you have like a play that's really good because of injury news, then you could pair that with a Goblin. I don't even look at like the Goblin board. Like I couldn't tell you. Maybe like, can you even do like Peyton Pritchard? Yeah, like I don't like those. I mean, 29.5. I mean, that's not much of a discount. Vooch went 6 for 18. Yeah, he went 6 for 18 yesterday. Like, how often does Vooch shoot 33% from the field? Not very often, because he shoots a lot of his shots are at the rim. But like, he was missing like easy stuff yesterday, like just mid-range floaters. I watched some of the game. Mid-range floaters, putbacks he was missing. Like, come on, man. AJ Green on the 19.5 fantasy under. He went for 30 fantasy points. Did he have a crazy game or something? Well, part of that was due to Giannis getting ruled out. Like, Giannis only played like 3 minutes yesterday and then got injured. AJ Green also had like 3 steals or something yesterday, which he never gets that many steals and blocks. Like, I'm gonna look at this real quick. He had such a good game, but it was like super fluky. I mean, he did have, how many points did he have? He did have like 14 points, or he had 19 points. But he also did have he had 2 blocks and a steal. I think that was his first game all season with at least 2 blocks. Coming into last game, he had only had 1 block the entire season. And then he had 2 blocks yesterday. Go figure. But I mean, once Giannis got injured, I mean, we were probably going to be cooked. Because obviously when Giannis is out, that just opens up so much usage. And AJ Green also played 40 minutes yesterday. I think that's the most he's played like all season. Just like, I mean, everything went wrong to lose that AJ Green under. But that was one I still felt really good about. I talked about it in the Patreon comments if you want to look at that, see why I liked it. You like Marvin Bagley, 20.5 PR over? Marvin Bagley's been playing well. He really has. It's not a good matchup against Boston, but I said it last stream, like Marvin Bagley is a player that can put up stats when he gets minutes. And I think, the last few games without Alex Sarr, he's played pretty decent minutes. 26 last game, 29 the game before that. Last game was a blowout too. Tonight could be a blowout, so you never know, but again, like it's always hard to project minutes for the Wizards because like they suck. So like they could get blown out, they could run a deep rotation, they could spread out the minutes. But if you told me Marvin Bagley was going to play 29, 30 minutes, I would like him to go over 20.5 PR. I'm just not confident in those minutes. Quickly over 3.5 rebounds. Yeah, like I've said this before, guard rebounds props are tough because like it's just the ball just kind of has to bounce their way. It's not like Emmanuel Quickly is, you know, crashing the glass hard on a missed shot. Like the ball's just kind of bouncing his way for him to get rebounds. I almost never take like guard rebound props unless it's like really good value. Because they're just like so tough, man. So tough to, there's so much variance there. Honestly, Derek White under PRA just because I don't trust him. I mean, Derek White should have a huge role tonight. He should. He's historically, you know, been really good without Jaylen Brown, without Jason Tatum. Take VJ Edgecombe over 11.5 points. VJ Edgecombe's been on a minutes limit lately. Just you know, a heads up. The last... So he got injured, and then when he came back, his minutes have been pretty limited. He played 21 minutes, and then last game he played 24 minutes. He's probably not playing... You know, typically VJ Edgecombe plays like a shitload of minutes, but like right now he's not fully healthy. I wouldn't say he's not fully healthy, but he's not playing full minutes right now. That's kind of one of the reasons his lines are lower, because he might only play 24, 25 minutes. Vooch was the main one you were confident in. He was. Like, I was so confident in Vooch going over that fantasy line yesterday. Like, he probably goes over that line 9 times out of 10, playing as many minutes as he did. And last night was the, you know, 10% chance that he doesn't go over. Go figure. Dak over fantasy score? I think it's a good spot for Dak to get some fantasy points for sure. I mean, Dallas, like, they're pass heavy. They get in the red zone. They throw a lot in the red zone. You know, for Dak to hit this fantasy line, you're probably going to need, like, at least 250 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then maybe some rushing yards, too. But, I mean, if you look at his projections, he's projected for, you know, 276 pass yards. He's favored for 2 touchdowns. I don't hate it. This game definitely could be a shootout. It feels like when it almost feels too obvious that it's going to be a shootout, it never turns out that way. But, like, this game has a super high total. It sets up as a good fantasy environment. You know, for a quarterback to get fantasy points, you want them in these type of games that are projected to be high scoring. Austin Reeves, 41.5 PRA. I'd have to take a look at that one. I haven't really looked at a lot of Reeves props. I mean, all of Reeves props are super inflated because of Luka being out. And I'm assuming Reeves has historically, like, in the games he's played without Luka, he's been really good. I could probably look at that. Let's see. So last season, let's see. So that game against Portland that they play without Luka, I mean, Reeves had 32 points, 1 rebound, 7 assists in 40 minutes. He took 21 shots. He played like 4 or 5 other games without Luka, but those were also without LeBron. So we really have only, you know, since Luka joined the team, we've only seen Reeves play 1 game without Luka and with LeBron. And he had 40 PRA in that game. His lines feel correct to me, but the role's going to be massive for Austin Reeves for sure. I get why you took AJ Green under, but he went from like 8 to 30 in time. I checked back, so unfortunate. Yeah, he just got really hot. Like, he was making a lot of shots. He got 2, you know, blocks, like back-to-back possessions. He got 2 blocks. So, okay, we just got news. Joel Embiid is available to play. So there you go. So Joel Embiid will be playing tonight. I wonder if they're probably not going to pull those Drummond props. Okay, those lines are already kind of set for Embiid in. They pulled the 8.5 rebounds, though. I wonder if that was assuming maybe Embiid out. I don't know. I feel like 8.5 rebounds would be kind of a normal line for him. We just got the Wizards starting lineup. McCollum, George, Watkins. This is bad. I don't even know who Watkins is. Jameer Watkins? there's definitely no props up for Jameer Watkins. Yeah. Jameer Watkins is starting for the Wizards. I didn't even know who the hell that was. And I know like almost every NBA player. He's only played like 30 minutes all season. Why is he starting? Why would they not just start like Bub? Or Cam Whitmore. They could have started Cam Whitmore in place of Bilal. They're starting Jameer Watkins. Sixers will start Maxey, Edgecombe, Grimes, Barlow, and Embiid. Okay, so that's as expected. That's as expected. We are waiting for the Celtics starting lineup. Will be interesting to see who starts for Jaylen Brown. I'm assuming it'll be Sam Hauser. That's kind of, I think that's what the market is assuming, that Sam Hauser will start for Jaylen Brown. We should get that in just a minute though. Okay, I want to talk about an NBA play that I was looking at for today. So let's see here. Let's see. I gotta do something real quick. Okay, let's go to fantasy. Let's go to this season. Let's look at the Brooklyn Nets. So we had some news from the Nets earlier today. Michael Porter Jr. is not playing. So if you look at the fantasy points this season per minute, Igor Dimin is a .87 fantasy point per minute player. When you take Michael Porter Jr. off the floor, his fantasy points per minute go way up, 1.01. Also, they're without Cam Thomas. So if you take Cam Thomas off the floor, he's at 1.04 fantasy points per minute. Now, it's only a 112-minute sample. He hasn't played a lot of minutes without MPJ and Cam Thomas. But I like Igor Dimin fantasy tonight. It was at 23.5. Hold on, we just got some Amon-Ra St. Brown moving around in warm-ups. I want to look at this real quick. It's a clip. I hope YouTube doesn't copyright me for this. Is Amon-Ra playing? What y'all think? He looks, I mean, he's jogging. He's moving. We're going to find out in like 10 minutes. That's interesting. I wonder if they'll, I mean, the lines are still set like Amon-Ra's not playing. They have Jameson Williams at 83.5 yards. They have all these guys up. Interesting. Oh. I wonder if he'll play. I mean, there could be some elite value here if Amon-Ra winds up playing, and you can take some of these guys unders. But like I said, I don't see him playing. They might even pull the lines, honestly. All right, but let's talk about this play for NBA. So Igor Dimin's fantasy line was it was at 23.5, and then after Michael Porter Jr. got ruled out, it went up to 25.5. But I like more than 25.5 fantasy for Igor Dimin. So I think he's played 2 games this year. Let me see. So yeah, he's played 2 games this season without MPJ. 1 game was on November 3rd, and he was coming off the bench, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he came off the bench. That was when Cam Thomas was still playing. He came off the bench, played 21 minutes, had 17.4 fantasy. And then last game that Michael Porter Jr. missed, Igor Dimin had a huge game. It was this game against Philadelphia when he went for 47 fantasy points. He played 30 minutes, had 23 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 47.3 fantasy score. He took 18 shots in that game. It's a back-to-back, so like there's always a chance that they cut the minutes down on a back-to-back. They don't play their guys as much. But this is a great matchup against Utah. If you tell me Igor Dimin's playing 30 minutes tonight without MPJ against Utah, I feel pretty good about him going over 25.5 fantasy. So I do like that as a play for today. So these are 2 picks I like for tonight. This can definitely be our stream slip for today. I was hoping we maybe get some injury news and I could like throw something else in there, but I don't think we're going to get anything. But if you guys have that, some people have that Anthony Edwards discount, you could add these 2 to that if you wanted to. But this will be our official stream slip today. Usually I try and do like a 3-pick because naturally 3 picks are better. They're just, mathematically better, but today's tough. I don't see like a third play I really like. Okay, Warriors will start Pods, Moody, Richard, Green, and Horford. Do they have props up for Al Horford? I feel like, Horford's probably still on a minutes limit. When did he last play? Let's see. Horford hasn't played since November 21st, and last time he played 18 minutes. Yeah, even though Horford's starting, I think he's still going to be on a minutes limit. There's probably some value here, but not really much. Maybe over 7.5 points. They probably just want him out there to guard Embiid. I don't think, Horford probably wasn't projected to start. I think it should have been Kuminga. I thought Kuminga was going to start for Jimmy, but they're going with Horford. I think there's some value here, but it's not, something I'd be running to play. They might bump these lines maybe 1 point, maybe. But, yeah, I don't think it's anything crazy. So yeah, I guess for our stream slip today, guys, this is going to be our stream slip. We're just going to roll with a 2-pick today. Again, I try and do a 3-pick because it's just better value. It's mathematically better to do 3 picks, but I'm struggling to find a 3rd pick today, and I don't want to throw something out there, if I'm not confident in it. Celtics will start Pritchard, White, Hauser, Walsh, Queta. So so Sam Hauser starting for Jaylen Brown. That's as expected. Is there any other? I think that's all the starting lineups, except for the Nets and Jazz game. Still waiting for lineups there. I don't think we'll get those on stream, probably. It'll probably be past the time. Do you like Tesla or Kennedy yards today for over? Both those guys really benefited without Amon-Ra last game. Kennedy played, let's see. Kennedy mainly played out of the slot. He played 65% of the snaps. Tesla played 92% of the snaps. So Tesla was mainly running routes out wide, and Kennedy was in the slot. Kennedy had a huge game. I'm not as confident in him repeating that performance. He had a bunch of targets too. Tom Kennedy, I don't think he's been he's an undrafted player, I think. He had 4 targets last game, 4 for 36. Tesla had 2 targets. If I was betting into one of those guys, I'd feel a little bit better about Tesla, but those guys definitely benefit without Amon-Ra. If we assume Amon-Ra isn't playing, which, like I said, we don't know yet. Okay. Are they about to pull? It looks like Amon-Ra is playing, based off my Twitter. Look at this. All these clips are saying Amon-Ra is ready to play. Amon-Ra cutting it loose, good to go. If any of you guys took receivers overs for the Lions, I would not feel good about those right now. Damn, do we take some unders here on the Lions, guys? Amon-Ra warming up. That looks like a guy that's playing. He's running his routes pretty hard, if you ask me. He's moving around a lot. Walking off Amon-Ra gave me the thumbs up that he's indeed playing tonight. Oh my God, I would definitely be taking unders here. Jameson Williams under 83.5 yards. That's a great play. Go get that now. Hurry. These are going to get taken off the board, I'd assume. This is the stream slip. Well, actually, the Ross Dwelly one I don't feel as good about, but I think that's still okay. But honestly, this is the stream slip. For, you could run this. This is really good. These are all good. Tesla's probably... yeah, I would take Tesla under 2. These are all getting bumped down. There it goes. Well, they just bumped it up. That was a mistake. Let me see if I can get these in. It's probably going to be too late for me. Yeah, they're about to pull them all, I bet. They pulled Tesla. I mean, yeah, they pulled them all. There you go. Ooh, if you're on Better still has Jamison Williams at 16.5 fantasy points. You can take that under. I'm about to try and get that in. Damn, it got taken off the board. Fuck. I couldn't get it. Fuck. Well, damn. Hopefully somebody got it. That was really good. If you got Jamison under 83.5 yards, like, that's really good. If he somehow goes over, that's just unlucky, because that's like a great bet. His line will bump down probably 20 yards. Might even bump down more than that. Wow, Amon-Ra's playing. I did not expect that. That's definitely that came out of nowhere. I still think our Jahmyr Gibbs fantasy line is still okay. Like, I think that's still good, even with Amon-Ra playing. But yeah, if you took any overs on like Jamison Williams or Tesla or Tom Kennedy, you might be cooked. Would you say two best picks for today, Noah? Well, this one I like, the Igor Dim in fantasy. The Ross Dwelly receiving yards I think is still okay, but with Amon-Ra playing, I don't feel as good about this. But I still think it's okay. Like, he could get that in one catch. So yeah, I think this will still be our stream slip. We'll still roll with this. I don't think the market will move Dwelly's projections down. Like, I think 12.5 sticks regardless of, Amon-Ra coming back. Let's see. DraftKings pulled all the Lions guys. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, they pulled everything on Jameson Williams, pulled everything on Tom Kennedy. What about Tesla? Pulled everything on Tesla too. Which one do you like better, Dwelly or Igor? Definitely Igor, especially now that Amon-Ra's playing. I feel better about the Igor prop. Do you like my Sixers minus 2.5 at minus 125? I think so, yeah. Like, if I had to pick a side in that game, I mean, no Steph, no Jimmy. Like, the Sixers should win, especially without those two guys. And they still got Embiid back. They got Maxey. They don't have Paul George tonight, but still, the Sixers should win that game. Will they? I don't know, but they should win. Will they cover the 2.5? I don't know. But if I had to pick a side on who wins that game, I would say Philadelphia. They took it off immediately. Yeah, they weren't as quick. Those props were up for about 30 seconds. There shouldn't be too much delay in the stream, I don't think. I have the stream on my TV so I can see myself up there. It looks like there's not much of a delay. But yeah, I try and give you guys these plays as soon as I see them, and then hopefully somebody gets them in. You fuck with 6-7 brain rot. Honestly, I'm on TikTok probably more than I should be. I'm on TikTok more than I should be. I know like a lot of the brain rot memes, the 6-7 shit, everything. Sadly, I'm afraid to admit that. Sadly, would that affect Gibbs fantasy? I don't think so. The pass game role could come down a little bit. Like, maybe he doesn't project to get as many targets. Maybe instead of 6 targets, maybe he gets like 4 or 5, but he's still going to get plenty of carries on the ground. You expect Detroit to be able to move the ball through the air more effectively. Like, they're going to be in scoring position, you would think, especially with Amon-Ra playing now. That gives them another weapon. Like, I think it's still good. Got Jameson under 81.5 just in time. I feel good about that. I mean, who knows how much Amon-Ra actually plays, but if you were able to get those unders, those were really good. Especially the Jameson one. I mean, Jameson, the thing about Jameson Williams is that he can still get you, like he can still have a big play, get like 60 yards on one catch, but like with Amon-Ra in the lineup, Jameson Williams goes under that receiving yard line probably 85% of the time. If he goes over tonight, that's just, unfortunately, that's just bad luck. But he probably goes under that line large majority of the time. I paired Jameson under with Bagley Goblin 14.5 PR. So that's a great way. That's a great way to use a Goblin. If ever there's like a play like that where there's some injury news and you get something that's really, really good, just pair it with a Goblin and you're going to have a really good slip there. Typically, I would say don't play the Demons and the Goblins, but that's a good way to use a Goblin. Hopefully, both those hit for you because that's a good slip for sure. Any points props today? NBA? I was actually, when I was doing my YouTube video last night, Peyton Pritchard's points prop was at 20.5. It's at 22.5 now. If I had to bet on like a player to have a good game tonight, I think it's Peyton Pritchard. Like I think he really benefits without Jaylen Brown. He can run the offense more, take more shots. The matchup is incredible. But like this, there's no, like I haven't looked at like any sportsbook lines or nothing. This is just me throwing stuff off from the top of my head. Igor Dimon points prop, I don't mind. 11.5. Last time Michael Porter was out, I mean, he put up 20-something points. He took 18 shots. Utah's a great matchup for scoring guards. I think Igor is actually, he's been shooting a lot lately. He's been shooting terribly. Let me look at this real quick. Like, he hasn't scored any, his scoring has been down the last few games, but like last game he shot 3 for 8, 4 for 12, 2 for 10, 4 for 11. Like, he just had bad shooting. But if there's a matchup for you to be able to knock down shots to shoot effectively, it's against Utah. So I kind of like that for a points prop. Igor Dimon over 11.5. Haven't looked at really any of these other ones, though. Ooh, they got stuff up for Friday already. Interesting. You got Tesla over 2.5 in that same slip, though. Oh, no, that's not good. Has Tesla gone over 2.5 receptions in any game this year? Probably not. Here's the thing, though. Like, Amon-Ra is playing tonight, but he could be limited for all we know. He could be limited. I mean, judging by those clips, he looked like he was fine. But yeah, if you have... Yeah, if you have overs on any Lions players, not, like Gibbs or Montgomery or Goff, like I'd feel pretty bad. It sucks that, the whole week everyone was expecting Amon-Ra to be out, and it's like, oh, he's suddenly playing. Like, it just, I don't understand. I mean, yeah, he didn't practice all week. Like, 99% of the time, when a player doesn't practice all week, they don't play. So this is like the rare 1% time where a guy plays without any practice. Give me your locks. I'll be honest, man, there's no such thing as a lock. I hope you're trolling. There's no such thing as a lock. Even those Jameson Williams unders that we saw, under 83.5 yards on Jameson Williams, like, that's a great play with Amon-Ra expected to play. But it's not a lock. Like, he could still go over that. So, the only thing that's a lock is, like, a free square. If you get a guy at 0.5 points or something, if you get that, that's a lock. Anything else nothing's a lock. Noah's hella transparent, but he isn't giving his shit away for free, man. Hey, I feel like I share a lot of stuff in here in the stream. I probably share too much. Like, with the injury news and stuff, like I've said, there's a huge edge with injury news for any sport, NBA and NFL. I mean, we just saw with NFL, like if you're able to catch stuff before they take it off the board, like you can make some really, really good money. But injury news, like everyone knows about injury news. It's just that you have to have put in a lot of time to be able to bet stuff off injury news because you always have to have your phone by you. You have to be ready to put slips in quickly, which a lot of people don't take the time to do that. Like, they don't care. They're not going to have their phone on them all the time waiting for injury news. But me, like, I'm so dedicated. Like, I've been doing this for almost 10 years now. Like, I get excited when players get ruled out. Like, I get like almost like a high off of it. Like, rushing to put slips in when a player gets ruled out, like, that's exciting for me, which is sad, but it's how I've been able to make money, you know, over the last 7-8 years. Would you pick Brandon Aubrey 2.5 PAT attempts or 1.5? I'm assuming that's 1.5 field goals. I'm looking at damn NBA. Let me go to NFL. I don't think I've ever taken a kicker prop, honestly. I mean, it's a spot where the Cowboys project to score. So, like, you would think the Cowboys probably get 3 touchdowns. What's their team total? Let's see. It's probably over 21, I would guess. Go to, let's see here, NFL. So the Cowboys have a 25 and a half team total. So they're projected to score 3 touchdowns here. I mean, Aubrey 2.5 PAT made. I don't mind that, taking the over there. How about Sam Hauser points? It's 11 on Prizepicks. If you're, like, since he is starting, I would feel better about that. But I think the lines were kind of already set as if Hauser was going to start. But I will say that this is a matchup that sets up really well for Sam Hauser because I think the Wizards give up a lot of threes. They give up a lot of everything. But I think they do give up a lot of threes. So let's see. You can see what I'd be looking at. So this is on NBA website. You can see what teams give up the most 3-point attempts. So Cavaliers actually giving up the most threes this year. Warriors, Celtics, Blazers. Where are the Wizards at? The Wizards actually done a pretty good job limiting threes. I want to say last season, though, the Wizards gave up a lot of threes last season. Let's look at last season. Yeah, they were top just inside the top 10 in 3-point attempts allowed. Or this might be offense that I'm looking at and not defense. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, I'm looking at damn offense and not defense. Hold up. See. There we go. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong thing. So this year, let's go to the Wizards. Okay, so the Wizards, in terms of field goal attempts from 25 to 29 feet, so that's 3-pointers. They are giving up the 6th most. So, like, I think it does set up as a good matchup for Sam Hauser with how he scores. Because he's going to score, like, all his points from threes. I don't hate that play. I have Gibbs at 18 fantasy score. If that's on Underdog, just know that Underdog uses half-point PPR scoring. So on Underdog, you don't get a point per reception. You only get half a point. So, like, if Jahmyr Gibbs catches 6 passes, on Prizepicks, that would be worth 6 points. On Underdog, that's only worth 3 points. So that's why Underdog's lines are always typically, for NFL at least, they're going to be lower than Prizepicks, at least for, like, running backs and receivers. Just a heads up. I figured most people knew that, but some people might not. The scoring chart for fantasy is not the same on every site, so you want to check and see how the fantasy points are calculated before, you make your decisions. Full-time, crazy work, man. I respect the hustle. Yep, I've been doing this full-time ever since I started. I started in so I uploaded my first ever YouTube video in 2016, I think, or 2017. Let me see. Let's go to my channel, videos, oldest. 8 years ago, January 23rd. That was when I uploaded my first YouTube video. So really, coming on almost 9 years now. And I was playing DFS before I even started doing YouTube. So really, I've been playing DFS for like 10 years. I've been making content for like 9 years. I was still living with my parents when I was doing this. But I think in like 2020 was when I moved out. So really, the last 5 years or so is I've been doing it full time. Like I've been able to make a living. It's a lot of that's thanks to your guys' support. I've also made a lot of money betting. I mean, I can't even bet on Prizepicks anymore. Like I can only bet $5. So I'm having to I'm using Better a lot now because I can actually get money down on Better, but I can't get any money down on Prizepicks. I can't get any money down on Underdog. So really I use just Better, and then once I get limited on Better, I'll have to go to a different site. I was here before. 5K subs. The hustle is real. Good stuff. No, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Whether you're a new user or new listener, you've been listening for a long time. I appreciate everyone's support. And honestly, we're gonna do a quick little giveaway. Since all you guys have supported me for so long, I'm gonna do a quick little giveaway. I'm gonna give away a month free to my Patreon. So if you're not in the Patreon, mainly this will be for people that aren't in Patreon. If you're already in Patreon, I guess it could just be like an additional month for you. But I'm going to give away a free month to Patreon. Type in the chat, just say, let's see, just type Patreon in chat. Everybody type Patreon. However many people we got in here, I hadn't even looked. 64 viewers, 70 viewers. All 70 of you guys in this chat right now, type Patreon. And I'm just going to pick one random person that gets a free month. Preferably, I would like it to be somebody who's not in the Patreon, but if you are, it can just be an additional month for you. I'm going to put the chat on the main screen here. So let's see if I can do this. Yep. And I'm going to wait about 20 seconds, and then I'm just going to randomly pick one. I'm not looking at who's what. I'm just going to put my mouse on one guy, or one name, and that'll be it. And then we'll probably wrap up the stream after this, because we've been live for about an hour, and the games are about to start. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right here, Swag K 3068. All right, Swag K, put your Twitter in the YouTube chat, and you can DM me on Twitter. Like, say this is my Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter, I don't really know how else I would get in contact with you, because if you have Discord, you can put your Discord username too. But preferably, if you have a Twitter, put your Twitter in the comments, and I'm gonna DM you, or you can DM me. My DMs are open. But I'll be waiting for your response. Let's see if he's okay. I'm on Twitter. All right. Once you put your I'll shoot you a DM, and then you can just get back to me. But we might do this maybe once a week or something. We'll give away a month of Patreon to everyone, or to someone who's in the chat. Because I really, I've only been streaming for like 3 days now, but I really do want to grow the streams, try and get as many people in here as possible, because I feel like we're giving out good information. We're helping people win. I know our stream slips have been a little disappointing, but I mean, yesterday we went 3 for 4. It's just kind of how it's been, losing by one leg every day. All right, Swag K, he tweeted, or he sent me I'm gonna send him a DM. 432-79390. All right, I'm gonna follow you and I'm gonna send you a DM if I can. You might have to open your DMs, Swag K, or just DM me. My Twitter is at DFS by Noah. This is it right here. Just send me a DM at DFS by Noah. I followed you though, but you can just send me a DM. My DMs are open. But all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. If you didn't win the Patreon giveaway, don't sweat it because we'll do another one probably next week. But I will say I will not be streaming Friday, and I won't be streaming this weekend. I'm going to be gone this weekend, so not going to be able to stream. But I did want to stream tonight, and hopefully I'll be back with a stream on Monday. We're going on a little trip, and we're coming back Monday, but I think I'll be home in time to do a stream Monday. So hopefully I'll see you guys Monday if we do a stream. If we don't do a stream Monday, then definitely Tuesday. But have a good weekend, guys. Let's all win some money tonight, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Peace out, everybody.